All right. I'm still here. I haven't even moved from Friday. Been stuck here all weekend. Not really, but if you guys were here Friday, you know what a pain in the tuchus this was. Working on this RAM, trying to get this VVT solenoid out. And I am happy to see that it is busted. So it's not as gummed up as I thought it would be. But the screens are actually broke here. So I'm hoping this was my problem. Let's see what the we'll see what the new one looks like. And we'll get ready to get this installed. I was going to I intended on going live a little sooner, but it was terribly frustrating and terribly not PG around here. So if you guys have worked on vehicles before, you know how it is. Things get a little spicy, you know. Oh, let's see. Please, Lord, let this be the right. It took me 3 trips to O'Reilly to get it. Because they were supposed to have it in stock, then they didn't have it in stock, so then they ordered it, and it was supposed to be in at 4:30, so I showed up at 5, and it still wasn't there. So I had to go back a 3rd time when they finally called me and said, hey, Bob showed up with your part. Thanks, Bob, if you're out there. That looks like the creature. And it's definitely in gooder shape than this one. That screening on that is really fine. So this one will probably go bad soon. It'll get all gummed up and, yep. Because that's how, you know, that's how it goes. Whoever wrote in the technical manuals at shops saying this is an hour-and-a-half job, maybe for a expert Hemi technician. Wow, that's screaming. All right, I am blind. Not really, I just can't see as well as I used to. But that screen, this looks like the screening is probably twice as porous as the new one. I think my issue to begin with was running a heavier weight oil because this thing's got high miles and it has that, you know, that Hemi tick, that like lifter tick. So I'd run like a 1040 in this thing, and I think that was an issue. I didn't realize that the internals of this motor had all this stuff, because I am a carpenter. So I'm gonna oil up the O-ring on that. Oh, we're getting redacted messages. Thanks, welcome all you bots. Yeah. Whatever. Anyway, people that aren't bots, welcome. Bots, take a hike. We don't want ya. My old-timey oil can. So I highly doubt this is going to be put back together. My mama's coming over for a family dinner in a couple hours, so I'll probably try to get halfway washed up. She has an old nightstand. Ah, crud. She has an old nightstand that the shelf broke on it or something, so she's going to bring that over for me. I'm going to try to fix it at some point. That'll be a project. That'll be on the main channel. Probably. That probably won't even be on the channel. Maybe you'll see an Instagram post. I am on Instagram, although I haven't posted anything on Instagram in about 1,000 years. No, that is Alright, I don't think I can really get you guys in here, but, you know, we're not here for how to do mechanical stuff. We're just here to watch idiot work on his car and laugh at him. That's what I've been doing. Among throwing things. So I had a roll of tape here that I was going to use to block off the intakes and stuff, and it wasn't really sticking there, and I was fighting. So I grabbed the tape and I just tossed it over my shoulder because it was in my way. It hit my coffee on the workbench and knocked it on the ground. Spilled my coffee everywhere. Yep. As Fred Durst said, it's one of those days. And why are we not going in here? Come on, fellas. Alright, we're going to oil the whole bleeping thing up, because it ends up in the oil anyway. So, when I get this all, I'll get it all installed. Maybe I'll do an actual video. Go through it. I don't know that the truck will even start back up once I get this installed. With all the carbon in here, in this intake valley, and in the, well, junk in the intake valley, and all the carbon in the intakes, I don't know. I'm probably going to have busted a whole bunch of stuff loose. I tried to clean it up in here, but I don't know that really did anything. There it is. Just slide right in. Kinda. Oh yeah, snapped in place. I like it. That's the only thing that's gone well on this whole flipping job so far. Luckily, I'm not working tomorrow, so I do not have to stay out here all night long working on it, getting it back in order. I did not work on it at all yesterday. I wasn't out here. I don't know if I mentioned, but the wife and I had a pre-planned date. So we went and did that because that's a lot more fun than working on a truck. Oh, come on. Can't see anything. Nothing's cooperating. That needs to go down just a touch. I don't think I've ever actually had to pull the old bendy mirror out. But I did. There we go. Great googly moly. We are actually reassembling. My battery dead? Have not been disappointed by the Bauer little impact or the drill. Haven't used the drill as much. I've definitely used the impact. The Harbor Freight parking lot sale starts tomorrow. I'm gonna go get the big, high torque, half-inch impact. Uh-oh, we got a broken Mercedes? Cranking with no start. I've never worked on a Mercedes. I am not a mechanic, but it could be crank sensor, or it could be getting no fuel. It could be fuel pump. It could be crank sensor. If it's like a regular car, you turn the key on, and you should hear the fuel pump come on to prime in the tank. If you do not, you might have a bad fuel pump. You might have a blown fuse. You might have a bad relay. I'm a carpenter, though. Take that for what it's worth. I've just dealt with that. I have had to replace crank sensors from having crank with no start. And actually, the relay in this truck went out and had to be jumpered because the relay is embedded inside the computer. That's an ordeal. So I jumped the relay. And I've had to replace fuel pump in my old truck from having crank no start. So those are 3 issues I've personally dealt with that could be crank no start. Good luck. All right, now we are going to slowly put this all back together because I don't want to miss anything. We're definitely going to reconnect the wiring on the solenoid. That is paramount. I don't know if that's... I don't know if I can get this on properly. Probably gonna break it. Oh, look at that. She snapped on, boys! She snapped on. I blasted a bunch of air. I may pull all these towels I've got stuffed in the intakes out. Try to get the dirt off of them. Spray it down with the air nozzle again, and then I'll clean all those intakes where the gasket seats. Make sure there's not a bunch of junk. Am I the only guy that's so short that he has to use a ladder to work on this truck? I had an issue with the fuel pump, but when the car was at quarter tank in the gauge, I removed the seat to hear the pump. All was good. I went and got 5 gallons of fuel, bled the system through the filter. Need to get yourself a little OBD2 scanner. I've got I have 2 of them now. I've got this little Zurich from Harbor Freight. It was like $150 or something like that. You've got a little OBD2 scanner, and it's not telling you a no crank. It's not telling you a bad crank sensor or anything like that. I would have no idea if the crank sensor. I'm not Southern, but I sound like it sometimes. If the crank sensor ain't working, if the crank sensor is easy to get to, giving me a low oxygen intake reading. Bad air filter? I guess with all the electronicals on a car now, that if it's not getting any air, it wouldn't fire either. But I was saying, if the crank sensor is easy to get to, and it's only a $20 part, which yours may be an $85 part, I don't know, I would go ahead and replace the crank sensor. All right, I have installed my new VVT solenoid. I think I'm going to blow this out one more time and then carefully pull the towels out. I know I'm going to get a bunch of stuff down in the cylinders because this is just a dirty motor. But what can you do? This little insulation goes on. Strange. Yeah, it's had a spider living in there. That's good. You got a spider living inside your motor. In your motor. Oxygen intake reading. Nope. Man, I don't know, Steven. Obviously, you're on YouTube. You could search that 1,000 times over. Somebody's got to have some answers for you. Enjoying my work. I'm glad you're enjoying my work because I'm not enjoying my work. You know what I recently did also is I installed Grok, XAI's, ChatGPT equivalent, and you can ask that thing about cars and it will scour the internet and it will come up with answers for you. So if you do not have access to a AI app, I'd look into it because I was asking about this and of course it told me it'd be an easy fix. So, sometimes AI lies. Yeah, I'm going to spray this, and then I'm going to try to clean it up. It is schmutzy. It's like practically mud inside this intake. I was thinking, I was like, well, I got the injector, the fuel rails off and everything. Maybe I should swap out the injectors. $600 for injectors. I don't think so. That ain't happening today, boys. Easy fix, no such thing. Nope. The easiest fix I had lately was the backup switch on the transmission on my TJ Wrangler. It was like a $13 part, and it took me literally about 5 minutes. Other than that, I don't ever have easy ones. It doesn't help that I'm not really set up to be a mechanic. I do a lot of work in my father-in-law's shop. He is wintering in Florida at the moment. So I wasn't going to bother going up there. His garage would be all cold and stuff. I figured, well, we'll just do it right here. It shouldn't be too bad. It's bad. Let me tell you. It's all the bad it could be. Oh. All right, I'm going to get some carb cleaner. Clean this off. And about 500 paper towels. We're just going to use the regular paper towels, not shop towels, because they would get really expensive. I should probably get some of this crap out of the way, because I know I'm going to be climbing in here. I'm going to do that. Okay, we need the towels. We need the cleaner. Spend the whole project throwing things. Did I mention I'd spilled my coffee? Not happy about that one. I just warmed it up. Irished it up a little bit, you know what I mean? Plow all over the floor. At least it didn't spill all over the workbench. That's the parts tray for that side. That parts tray is on that side. I actually have a fuel line tool. I couldn't get the fuel line off though. Operator error, I can only assume. Oh. Old part in the box for the moment. The oldie oil can, actually made in USA. That's nice. I don't even know where I got that from. I'm Irish and it's a sin to spill whiskey. Well, I'm Scottish and German, so I'm pretty professional about my drinking, you know what I mean? But that was, I just tossed the roll of tape over my shoulder and it went 15 feet across the shop and nailed the coffee. Sometimes you're the dog and sometimes you're the hydrant, as they say. And the stuff I need is still down here. Oh. Giant screwdriver. Hopefully won't be prying things back apart at this point. All right, the solenoid is in. The harness is rehooked. All I need to do is clean inside the intake valley now. That should be all we're doing now. I'm gonna have to climb in here to do it, but Jamie, hi y'all, West Alabama. What's up, Jamie? How y'all doing? What's my name? No one knows my name. I've kept that secret for years. But seeing how no one watches this channel, my name is Chris. That's the only time I think I've ever said it. That's all you're getting out of me. Not getting my address and my social security number. Not falling for that again. Oh my Lord, is this gummy? You know what? I've got a razor blade. Oh boy. You know what they make that are pretty handy? Little plastic scraper razor blades. They do go in these tools, but since it's not really gonna murder you, I usually kind of just do it without the tool. Somebody gave me some of these. Probably my father-in-law gave me some of these. So they're pretty nice. I don't know where you'd get them. Probably Amazon. You're a gas? Yeah, well, as long as I can entertain, as long as you guys can laugh at my sorrows, then I guess it's all worth it. I appreciate you stopping by. Trying to get this channel off the ground. Make a buck. So everybody that comes by and watches and subscribes helps me out greatly. Appreciate it, appreciate it, appreciate it. I cannot express how much I appreciate it. Man, if I don't get all this junk out of here, it's just going to end up getting sucked into the cylinders anyway. Wah! This is probably going to be the extent of the job from here. Yeah, it's after 3. Can't be out here all day. Not laughing at me, not at all? Sure. That's what everybody says. Hey, man. If I can laugh, y'all can laugh along with me. So much junk. So much junk falling into the intake. Right down in the cylinder. Yep. We're killing it, boys. Yeah, she's a clean motor in here. Yep, let me tell you. Before I sign off, I will. Oh, man. Look at this crud. Look at that. That's just scraping the stuff off around the intakes. Man. I wish I had something taller to put y'all on. How long your channel is going? Well, this is my second channel. I've got a build channel that I've had for years. So that's been my main channel, but I did a bunch of DIY stuff on the other channel, but I turned that into just my builds from work when I'm framing garages and additions and things like that. So that's all I do on that one. So all the inside the shop stuff, and now I'm trying to do car stuff on this channel and separate them. So, yep, this is my second channel. It's just getting kind of rolling. I'm just getting traction with it, so I'm focusing on it a little more. But anyway, cheers. Slancha. I've got carb cleaner. Yeah, to answer your question, I got carb cleaner. I don't want to get all crazy and get like a bunch of, purple goo cleaner or whatever it is. But it's ridiculously dirty in here. This is going to take a while. It'd be easy if it was like on a motor stand or something right in front of me, but I got to literally climb in here. We'll get there. This takes time. I'd say time and patience, but I ain't got the patience, I'll tell you that. Hey, I'm live on my channel. Craziness. Dropping everything. We're going in! What I should have done was jack the front up, pull the front tires off, and then lower the whole truck down. Until it's basically sitting on the calipers. I could have blocked it on the axle. Being 3 foot nothing doesn't help. And 102 years old. So much goo. My wife's gonna hate me when I'm inside stealing all the paper towels out of the house to replenish out here. Good Lord. Yeah, it's I can't read what y'all are saying. I will come back and check on you in a moment. Also, I hope my pants are staying up. We're not trying to look like a plumber around here. Yeah, I'm gonna have some issues firing this thing up when I get it back together, because I am just dislodging a ton of garbage in here. Oh man. No, that's big time dirty. That's right where a bolt goes. Ah. Oh. Lord. Woo, golly. Alright, it is cleaning up though. Let me bring you in and show you. Oh, boy. I'm too old for this, gang. What model is the vehicle? It is a 2011 Ram 1500 5.7 Hemi. I've only had it about, not quite 4 years. It had 109 or 119 when I got it, and I'm at about 140 on it now. So it didn't have much maintenance done to it. I just did 16 new plugs and new coil packs on it. That wasn't too terrible, but this is the solenoid right here. I had a timing issue, so my diagnostics computer could get in as far into the computer to at least tell me that had failed. It thought. I couldn't get in to actually try to function it and test it. So checking, I checked all the wiring on the crank sensor down there, and it was good. I had an actual crank sensor, so I put it in. I think the crank sensor that was in it was fine, but I put another crank sensor in, replaced it. So we got that. I don't even know what the heck those things are. Those are more solenoids. I forget what they are. I probably should have just picked up 4 of those and did that, but I'm stupid. I'm not trying to spend that money. And if it's not this, once I clear out the code and drive it, if it's not that, then it's a timing chain, which is a whole other issue. But I cleaned up this left side a little bit. You can kind of see the right side. Yeah, that's kind of schmutzy. So I'll get all that cleaned up. Everything blown out. And get ready for reassembly. I'd like to have the intake manifold back on today. That way we won't be getting stuff down, you know, in the intake ports and all that, whatever the heck it is. Starting to clean up nice. Yeah, it's going to take a while here, but I got it open, so I might as well, you know, I might as well do it. Clean it up and avoid getting stuff down into the intake as much as possible, because that'll all have to burn up. I'll probably end up scoring pistons and stuff like that. So I'm going to go after that, and I might check in with you guys later on. I might not. Once we do dinner and stuff, I might just shut her down for the night and not be out here again until tomorrow. If I'm out here tomorrow, I'll probably give you another update. So if you guys enjoy the fiasco, subscribe and hit like. Tell your family, friends, and neighbors, everybody at church and work, to check out the channel. If I get to 1,000 subscribers, I can get this thing monetized. You know, and then I can make 72 cents every time I do a live stream. 72 cents is 72 cents. So, thanks, guys, and I really got to talk to my hair person about getting me make me look a little better before we go live. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.